We're back with the milking farm. Female Gooners must be stopped. And all I gotta say is justice for Gerby? Bro already made this video months ago. That's what happens on this here game of YouTube. Ideas get yoinked and then outperform. But real ones know Gerby had the correct analysis. There's a shoe on head.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What am I reading, you ask? Well, just one of the best-selling books on Amazon right now. With millions of sales and almost 20,000 5-star reviews, this book has been absolutely blowing up, especially on TikTok, or BookTok,
Morning Glory Milking Farm?
as the kids call it. Thousands and thousands of women in particular have been raving about this piece of literature. What piece of literature is it, you may ask? Well, Morning Glory Milking Farm, of course.
I'm such a retard. Here I am with my Shure SM7B with the Shrek green tip because I'm streaming on kick.com/Philion. And I'm staring into a YouTuber's soul who has millions of subscribers. And she's on a Yeti blue microphone in 720p. All the money I spent on production equipment, drones, recording devices, DSLRs, mirrorless, 1.4 Sigma lenses, all for nothing. It's crazy.
Popular romance novel about a young woman down on her luck who does what every young woman does when facing financial struggle. She starts an OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding. She wouldn't degrade herself like that. She gets
Maybe get some tits, bro. Yeah, I need breasts.
a job jerking off monsters.
That's right, the Morning Glory Milking
Yo, is that Philion? What the hell?
I have been reading Morning Glory Milk.
Feet! Yo, she knows what she's doing, bro. Get those dogs away. Nose ring theory.
Farm since last night, and I'm obsessed.
This was a good time. It did not disappoint.
Yo, why do they all look like this?
If this book is
Pause.
trash, then I am a fucking raccoon. Give me all of the garbage.
Get your eyeballs on this because it is so good.
I regret to inform you that
Why do they all look like me?
there is a new epidemic.
What was the bull's name? Jacques? Drac? Jax? Something high T. Rourke. How do you remember that? It's fucking Rourke. It just wouldn't hit the same if his name was Ahmed. That's all I'm saying.
An epidemic that many have yet to discuss. And that epidemic is female Gooners. Now, for those of you unaware, Gooner is internet slang for someone addicted to porn. And Smut is slang for dark romance novels, otherwise known as porn. Many correct about the dangers of porn addiction with men, how it can destroy their lives and their relationships.
You simply cannot be gooning. God is watching you. As a man, I can't think of a more embarrassing activity. First of all, you're looking up other wieners. Immediately gay. Second of all, you're watching someone else have sex. That means you're in the cuck chair. So you're both gay and a cuck. And then you're touching a penis. I mean, that goes back to step one, what I just said.
And most men know the material they consume is weird. That is why they are ashamed of it. That is why they delete their browser.
There's so many other things you could be doing. You could be getting money. You could be scaring the hoes with political philosophy. You can be working out, channeling that energy into something productive. You think I'm joking, but all of these are viable options.
Browser history. That is why they go incognito mode. But these bitches freaks out here. They display their smut openly in bookstores. They proudly pose in front of their smut collections. They discuss their smut openly on TikTok. They go to smut conventions and get choked out by 9-foot-tall shirtless wendigos. Now, I know what you are thinking. Shoo.
Dude, the white monster, I know what she's doing. You guys are clocking this too, right? I know women are not in her audience. This is designed so that a chud can go, she's just like me. She drinks the white monster.
Isn't this the pot?
Next thing you know, she's gonna be rip a zin. That's a prop. That is a performative energy drink.
Calling the kettle degenerate? Yes. Yes, it is. But have you considered it takes one to truly know?
Did she steal this from Gerby? 100%. It's literally the same video. And he's cuter. Check it out. Right here. The problem with women's romance books. Covers the same literature, the same women. Chat, I've been trying to tell you this for years. There's nothing new. The only actual authentic expression of thyself is schizophrenic thoughts. That's it.
You see, women are strange, fascinating creatures.
But it doesn't quite hit the same when a girl can talk about it. In fact, you can get 20x the views.
For centuries, men have tried.
Isn't this just Boxy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the shoe on head character is a one-to-one replica of another YouTuber named Boxy. Some would think that they fused into the same person. Women are not even real in the first place.
To figure us out. Our mood is affected by the tides and the moon. We bleed for 5 days and don't die. By painting my face, I can instantly shapeshift from a 4 to a 6. We are truly mysterious, magical creatures. But one of the most mysterious aspects of women to men is our sexuality. You see, us women are not like those disgusting moids. No, we are sophisticated. We are evolved. We don't watch videos of strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. No, we read about strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. It's different, okay? You don't understand. It's okay when we do it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the rapidly growing popularity of dark romance on TikTok and the recent dark romance.
Jordan Peterson speaks of this. You know, the monster represents the divine masculine. A werewolf with a 9-inch BBC is tearing up those cheeks left and right while you sit there with an unclean room.
Romance convention that ended in disaster. Let's take a break from all this depressing political news and talk about something silly. Not that.
And then he cries. I would cry too. If you knew what JP knew, bro, I would start bawling my eyes out. Bro's essentially clairvoyant. 175 IQ, can see the future as we know it. He knows how this ends.
Those political things aren't important. Trust me, they are. You should be keeping up with politics and the news when you can. I know it can be difficult to do, but
which is why today's video is sponsored by Ground News!
A child basically used the book, just
speedrun!
Destroyed the hobby of literature and just flooded it with absolute slop. Spicy slop. You see, books on TikTok are not rated by how well they are written or how good the characters are. No, they are rated by the spice. And what does spice mean? Porn. It means porn. Spice level is
I gotta read the comments here. I gotta see if people are eating this up or not. When they said they choose the bear, they weren't joking at all. The quiet nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. So many emotions there, hard to process, LMAO. Just be a jacked minotaur, bro. You see, this is my problem with this. First of all, who cares? Women. No, in reality, this serves one purpose, and it is to signal to the echo chamber of Reddit-adjacent, enlightened centrist men who are like, who have a pick-me, aka shoe on head, and then they think in their minds that all women are like this. First of all, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you guys, bro. But do you see these creatures? You don't have to worry about this because a physiognomy check avoids all of this. I'm not chasing the men that want to get their back blown out by Rourke. I'm not looking for these women, bro. These absolute lookers. These sexy succubi. What are we talking about here? These chunguses. No way. Rourke can have them. Go to town.
To book talkers. How much spice does a book have? What are the spiciest books
I'm not looking for sturdy broads
they have ever read? How spicy is the book they're currently reading? Spice, spice, spice. The spiciest book going viral on Book Talk lately is none other than Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M. Nascosta. Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt. Oh my god! She's just like me! On the verge of moving into her parents' basement, when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek. She has no choice but to grab it with both hands. Morning Glory Farm.
She grabbed my dick with 2 hands and I don't even have a 2-dick hand. A 2-hand dick.
Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch.
Phil, that's a whole stock of women. So many women be reading books, and because a lot of guys are illiterate retards, they have no clue what these hoes be reading right in front of them. True. I'm just picturing an actual troglodyte gets on the train coming from work. He just clocked 10 hours at a shift of turning big rocks into small rocks. And he sees the cover, and then the femoid actually goes feral because she sees the divine masculine before her, the primal energy, that vigor. Her loins even moisten, for she sees Rourke in that man. She sees the werewolf.
Clientele is grade A certified prime beef. Oh, God. With the manly, meaty endowments to... Okay.
Morning Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique.
Bro, she used the same videos as Gerb. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is fucked up. Look, right there. Boom. 1-to-1. Caught you in 4K. You see, I am giving you commentary. I am watching from the trenches with the boys. Putting 2 and 2 together. A lot of viewers would never know that.
Of late-stage capitalism.
No shame, shoe on paste.
And toxic masculinity. In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is actually
They fucking milked Gerb, bro.
the tingling sensation of a Marxist revolution.
This is every fucking BreadTube video to me, dude. This is every Jack Saint video. So I actually read the book myself, and I'm not gonna lie.
Papa Meat was first? Even worse! Copying our boy Hunter? Shout out Papa Meat!
19th Amendment needs to be abolished. So, like I said, the story is basically this millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make—
Check r/romance books. This is crazy. Alright, going undercover here. You're only getting this insight here at Third Eye Global. Kick.com/Philion, streaming every day except Saturdays and Sundays when I don't feel like it. Because I'm chasing other ventures. Because I'm a polymath. Wow. I didn't realize how much I missed the good old-fashioned missionary position. I just finished a book that had a steamy missionary scene. Now, I'm not saying I don't enjoy other kinds of sex, because I do, but something about this scene made my heart pitter-patter. LOL! I've read so many similar scenes where he bangs her on the island, or from behind with her head forced down a desk. Yo, can I click on this? I'm on kick.com. Oh my god. Yo, and there's even World of Warcraft ads with a night elf and a tauren. Do you guys get the innuendo? We're talking about Rourke, and now a literal tauren shows up. A big bull with the BBC. That's insane targeted advertising. That's unreal. Request. I'm looking for something smutty. Surprise. Accidental penetration. Yo, okay, you know what?
Viagra for human males.
Oh! Sorry, it just slipped in.
And I read the whole thing. Probably gonna be put on some kind of watch list. But listen, this is my job, okay? I'm not out here, like, selling feet—
Fuck it. Never, ever, ever. Goon. Don't even look at women.
Pics or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now, let's take a look at some of these notes I wrote. Let's see. Big dick and balls. At one point, she says the term, and I quote, the seam of his sack.
I ironed mine out. I don't have one anymore.
So I'm reading this, and the whole time I'm thinking, like—
And it's not even accurate, because actual Bull Johnson is small and thin. Don't ask me how I know this.
Okay, he probably has, like, a human head, right? He probably, like, looks something like this. Like, you know, just a dude—
That looks like me. Iced by the Minotaur.
with, like, horns. Then I see the official artwork.
Yo, is that Philion?
That's a cow. Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight-up cow. In a few parts, they're being intimate, and it will be like, his hooves clip-clopped. My hooves will tear up your sheets. And it's like— I'm sorry, his what? At one point, she describes kissing him, and I swear to God it was more disgusting—
Women want to fuck animals.
—than anything else described in this book.
Chat, write this down. Become animal.
She's like describing how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing this shit and you're just like, that's a cow. I mean, we are at a solid—
What do you mean I ironed it out? So you know the seam, right? I took all the wrinkles out of my balls. Smooth as Scotch eggs down there.
5.5 on the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous territory, folks. She also f***ers his ass. She f***ers the cow's ass. By the way, if you want an uncensored version of this video and all my videos, Patreon. Go to Patreon, become a member. All members get the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me talking about s***ing and f***ing and f***ing a cow's ass. Is that what you freaks want?
Explain it? I took my girlfriend's hair iron, then I just went to town.
Anyway, I like how in this fantasy world, student loans still exist. Like, we can imagine a world with minotaurs and humans in a relationship, but we can't imagine a world without student loans. Sad. Oh, and he has one of those bowl rings, like the nose ring theory septum rings. And in this world, that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced.
Do they hate men that much they have to fuck animals? That's a great question. They want everything associated with a man, but not a man.
The man is divorced. This is a divorced cow with a cow ex-wife.
Yeah, you can do it there. For sure. I did a little DIY, and it hurt. But it was worth it.
Lore is deep, folks. The funniest part, though, has to be when they go on a date. I need to just read this to you. When the bill arrived, she attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her. No, that's absolutely not how.
So, she actually just pulled the exact same excerpt that Gerby goes over. Bro, it's the same picture because it has the same circle. It's the same screenshot. That's the iPad mouse. Maybe it was taken from a news article website or like a Medium post, and it's a screenshot that they both used. See, people get on my ass about the slop. You're not getting this analysis anywhere else.
Happening. Put that away. She'd not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half. What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. She couldn't remember the last time she'd been out and hadn't paid for her half, including her coffee date with Carson Tinsley. She had come prepared that night, several weeks of her tips smoothed and tucked into her wristlet. But I didn't even offer to pay half the other night and shouldn't have. Violet. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her. The heat of his hand dropping to her knee would've. I don't want you to feel like-
Stop, I'm getting hard.
want you to feel that you don't have any agency here. I might be the one giving all the orders, but you hold all the cards. Your comfort is the only thing that counts right now. And if I overstep, I want you to know you can tell me so. But that's not happening. Don't think I'm unaware we're at different points in our careers. You can say no, you can say you don't want to see me again, you can tell me to stop coming to the farm when you're working. It's dinner, not a down payment.
I feel like auto-generating femoid gooner slop with AI is a potential gold mine. Dude, I don't even need AI. If this is what they're into, I mean, I could dust off my knuckles and get to town on a Google Doc.
Of your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be bought. But if he-
What's the male equivalent of this? I don't even think there is one. Maybe like hag-maxing stepmom porn? I have one with Steam. How much will it hurt? Real bad.
had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred
Straight gawking that shit, giving him the Glip Glorp 9000.
of hesitation. Inside every woman, there are two wolves. Or two bulls. The strong, independent girl boss and the submissive.
At least the male version of this comes with a heavy sense of shame. Yeah, that's right. Blast fat ropes or like the saddest little drip drops. And then you're hit with the post-nut clarity of 1,000 suns. You just wasted your masculine life force, your mana, your vril, your ancient energy, which was supposed to create life. And now you hate yourself.
Farm animal. She will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to factory settings.
It's dinner, not a down payment for your time. But I'm in a position to
You see, the reason why these women are enjoying these books is because they're fat.
comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me,
Because they've never been spoiled before.
I'm spoiling you. End of story. Okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
Clean up aisle 5. So that's what I thought of it. But what did other people think of it? What
I'm keeping it wrinkled for now.
are the reviews on this book? This book has a 4.1 on Amazon with 21,000 ratings and a 3.6 on Goodreads with nearly 60,000 ratings. Let's just read some random ones.
You see, the difference with men gooning is that, listen, I can't speak for all of you, but I don't think you're leaving comments. I don't think you're actually writing and interacting with the content. I think you're slamming that laptop shut, contemplating your choices, and then locking in for the next 12 hours before you goon again. These girls are highlighting, underlining. They're waiting for new releases. They're writing reviews.
Here. Hear me out. Hear me out. A milking good time. Sweet and creamy. The spice is spicing. I was very leery of starting this because I thought it was just gonna be porn. The plot is pretty good. The plot? please. This is like the new, I read Playboy for the articles, like, sure you do. This book could kill a Victorian child. 5 stars, I'll never look at a jug of milk the same. I think I'm lactose intolerant.
You ever notice something about comments is that they're all the same? Like, some of them are clever, but really they're just all the same. It's the same comment. This could kill a Victorian child.
Now, so that happened. Our eyes will never see the gates of heaven. 1 star, not a helpful guide. This book
Everyone's trying to be so witty chungus. Everything is Reddit. It's all slop!
failed to teach me how to milk a cow, and now my family has no food for the winter. 1 star, accidentally ordered while on pain medication after an operation. Gave this to my mom as a joke gift for Christmas. You what? Lesai. Why can't human males be more like this?
Reddit needs to be fucking deleted. Now.
Tall, rich, and handsome are no longer enough, boys. Now you
That's literally me. I already won that.
have to be a 9-foot tall creature from Greek mythology
I'm also that.
with a 13-inch dick.
Yup. You know how I get a 13-inch dick? I fold mine in half.
I never want to hear from another person about how they read 100 books in a year if this is the kind of slop they are consuming. Well, Ronald, man detected, this isn't for you. This is for women. So take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the f you watch that is so morally superior than this. Let him who is without sin cast the first stone, okay? God bless America. It's great to live in a country where I can casually enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security and true love with
So true. You know, maybe there is a lesson in here. The Minotaur, the divine masculine, the animalistic expression of man, the bull has his way with her, offers financial security, says, don't even embarrass me at dinner. Put your purse away. I think this is a allegory of transactional relationships between the masculine and feminine.
Minotaur. This is what freedom looks like.
He gets his nut, she gets her financial security. It's a win-win.
And I intend to fully enjoy it before the Supreme Court takes this right away next. If this is what freedom looks like, I'm really rethinking my stance on freedom, not gonna lie. Maybe we should have less of it. All I know is if Donald Trump takes the monster porn, we are
I'm about to be an asshole when I get home.
going to make 2020 look
Just start fucking grunting. Walk into walls. I gotta be milked.
like a picnic, okay?
Fucking charge at her. Put your head down. Have steam come out of your ears.
Bull cock matters. Oh my god. Edit that out. Editor, edit that out. Women are gonna be picking up Animal Farm now, like, where's the horse cock? Some of you people owe a certain streamer an apology because this book has way too many 5 stars. Some of you are lying. So after buying this book, Amazon has given me a few interesting recommendations. Would you like to see them? I accidentally summoned a demon boyfriend. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. Gentling the beast. Cupcakes for my
Yo, Jordan Peterson actually speaks of this.
orc enemy. Main
Dude, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, it's all there. It's the fantasy. Yo, is that Philion?
of my existence. The gargoyle and the spinster.
Yo.
The widow and the orcs.
It's all just the worst. World of Warcraft adjacent AI goon slop.
Hoarded by the dragon. There's something about dragons. Getting it on with gargoyles. Gotten by the gator. Mated to the mountain bear. Oh, so this is why they
Late stage Twilight sludge. Nothing radicalizes me more, though, that, like, there's a writer on the other side of this that is fucking rolling in the cash. Meanwhile, every day I rack my brain and call myself a fucking idiot, retard, clown bozo who hasn't quite cracked through to the other side yet.
chose the bear. The billionaire orc. Moth manager. Wolves and whipped cream. The wolf in my tavern. Pounded by produce. Oh, what? Are these the books the Nazis burned?
My husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I introduce him to some real literature. So the first book that I would like to introduce you to...
This is why WoW sucks now. It drew in all the Gooner foids and then started catering to them. Don't even get me started, bro. I'll start dropping so many fucking slurs. I'll go viral on X for the next 6 months with the diabolical shit that comes out of my mouth. Nothing pisses me off more than women infiltrating WoW and ruining the game.
It's called Morning Glory Milking Farm. And it's not a normal milking farm like with cows. What it is it's big bulky minotaurs, and it's a special type.
Dude, you could find some of these big bulky minotaurs at like your local Retro Fitness, at your local Blink.
Of milking.
See, honey, she's his stepsister, and she got stuck in the washing machine again. Women on
I've actually worked out with a few of them. They just blast trend.
TikTok are openly, proudly talking about the porn they consume and getting mad at people when they make fun of it.
Yeah, I want to see what her husband looks like, because you already know all these women have a husband. Yes, honey. He's just gag-balled in the corner.
I hereby ban men from reacting to Romantasy on TikTok. Best-selling Romantasy books like A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Fourth Wing.
In the fucking longhouse, castrated. Bro's a eunuch. The Court of Thorns and Roses.
Contain descriptions of hot sex. I feel like that's common knowledge, if not their primary purposes. But in recent months, book talk has become full of men clutching
a crown of silk and satin,
their pearls while reacting to steamy scenes from these popular female-centered books. Obviously, this is all a massive performance. We live in the age of OnlyFans. The odds are that these men have seen actual porn that defies the laws of physics and God. Over 90% of men between the ages 16 and 73 watch porn in any random month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the sex itself. What they are gawking at is sex from the perspective of female desire, scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. And what they are surprised by is the women they know love these scenes. In one video, a guy declares, "Now I know why women enjoy book clubs and wine." But his astonishment in itself is astonishing. Like, what do you think adult women were into? Not having sex and drinking wine? Grow up.
The female desire is bestiality.
Imagine a group of men sitting around drinking wine, discussing the porn they watch. That is what—
with consent and putting the woman first, obviously. But if you read enough of this goon slop, you know that they play around with consent a whole lot. Consensual non-consent. It's a whole fucking rabbit hole.
what you guys are essentially doing. It's just
I want to be violated by a minotaur.
funny, okay? Like, it's funny. Are we really going to pretend that a story about a young woman—
I want to be used by a gargoyle. I want to be split in half by an orc.
getting a job milking mythical creatures to pay off her student debt is not funny? It's funny. If that makes me a sexist or misogynist, you got me. To act like you are so different and above the other Gooners is just— it's silly. I'm sorry, but you are no different than Joe Schmo jorking it.
Imagine gargling on a gargoyle. Imagine milking a minotaur.
To fat booty Latinas in Space 12. You're sitting
Imagine jorking an orc. Imagine getting impregnated by produce.
there, all high and mighty, one hand on the book, acting like you're so superior because you can perfectly envision a horse cock spinning 360 degrees in your mind. I'm not impressed.
Imagine licking a leprechaun.
The scenes these men are reading, to many people, myself included, are insanely sexy. But purely in terms of the acts being described, they aren't all that lurid. And
Why don't they date the orcs then? Because women want to control men. This is the red pill side of my analysis here. They dream about getting dominated by a mythical creature, a fantastical beast. But when it comes down to it, Steve, fucking Paul, their husband, you know, they want to be able to tell him what to do. They want him domesticated.
as many of the comments on these videos point out, there's much wilder stuff out there. For example, these men have clearly not yet discovered not
Beta! The other JP speaks of this. Jesse Lee Peterson.
a popular term in Romantasy right now that involves werewolves whose penises get so swollen after sex they have to stay inside their partners until the swelling subsides.
That happens to me too. That's actually true. That happens.
Oh, honey, that's not a popular trend in Romantasy. That's just a thing real dogs do. Oh, you just don't get it. You don't know what knotting is. What are these women reading, bro? What happened to that, like, stupid fucking corny Hallmark thing, going home for Christmas to your hometown and falling in love with the cute farmer boy? What happened to that? We used to make fun of that. We truly did not know what we had until it was gone. Now women out here
Yo, that monster's full.
We truly did not know what we had until it—
I see the liquid sloshing around. 18 minutes and 32 seconds into this video, that should be at least half gone by now. That is a full fucking white monster. Enhance! Enhance!
We used to make fun of that. We truly did not know what we had.
You see the slosh? You see the slosh? The monster's for fucking clout. She dumps it in the sink after this. Oh my god, you have never been this radicalized in your entire life.
Until it was gone. Now women out here fantasizing.
Maybe the white monster is symbolism for another sort of white monster. I mean, look at the girth on that can.
About getting their asses clapped by demons and werewolves and goblins and ghouls. I remember when 50 Shades of Grey came out.
Never sipped it in her entire life.
And people were like, oh my god, this is so crazy. Women are crazy. 50 Shades of Grey looks like missionary sex through a bedsheet for the sole purpose of procreation compared to
What a fake gamer, dude.
the average woman on TikTok.
And none of these guys are clocking it. I guarantee it. They're like, oh, shoe on head is so quirky. Dude, she's like the coolest girl on the internet. Oh my gosh, she's just like me, dude. Dude, I fucking can't. I can't stand the average idiot.
TikTok is real.
People say, oh, Philion's privilege. I'm an elitist. I should be. I see this shit with 3 of my eyes. Look around you. All these men gooning, chasing no paper, worshipping Muhammad, but they got no profits.
At least Christian Grey was a human man and not a fucking dog. You fantasize about dating the quiet, shy, nerdy girl. You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like going out clubbing and hooking up with random men. No, she's at home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book. Except that book is about a half man, half bull. Let me let you in on a little secret. The quiet, nerdy girl is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so, but the quiet, nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is at least 100 bodies. Now listen, there's nothing inherently wrong with...
Gerby made that joke too, did he? There's no way. You know what? Let's go fucking full documentary investigative Philion on this shit, okay? We're going transcript, we're toggling off timestamps. We're gonna lock and load this, put this into the GP tier, okay? We're gonna do a little copy. We're gonna open this up here. Analyze this transcript with references to the dichotomy between nerdy girls and promiscuous women as a joke. Does it come up at all, or is it even alluded to? We're gonna let it deep think. We cannot get a quick answer on this one. Uh-oh. The transcript does explicitly reference and allude to the dichotomy between nerdy girls, portrayed as seemingly innocent, bookish, and shy, and promiscuous women, implied as sexually hyperactive or fried through their consumption of explicit content. This is framed as a humorous and exaggerating warning, aligning the joke aspect of your query. The speaker uses irony and over-the-top language to subvert expectations, suggesting that the nerdy facade hides a deeper level of sexual corruption via romance novels, equating it to male pornography addiction. Yep, right here. The most direct mention occurs in this passage. So you're like, if you're not a very successful type of women type of guy, an incel type guy, you're thinking, oh, I'll go for the nerdy girls, right? There's a nerdy kind of shy girl, that's who I'll talk to. Little do you know, the nerdy girls, they're reading this. You think you're getting someone more nice, innocent, pure? No, dude. To call these broads fried would be an understatement. They are roasted, toasted, burnt to a crisp, utterly incinerated. All right, perfect. So, is that early on in the script? I'm trying to find a timestamp. I toggled them off. Yeah. Well, that is a stolen joke. That is a fucking yellow card on the field. You know what? We'll go back. Okay. Copy. Paste. Now find the timestamp. Okay. 1343. And this is why AI is goated.
Up part, man. So you're like, if you're like a not very successful with women type of guy, an incel type guy now, you're thinking, oh, I'll go for the nerdy girls, right? If there's a nerdy kind of shy girl, that's who I'll talk to. Little do you know, the nerdy girls, they're reading this shit. You think you're getting someone more nice, innocent, pure. No, dude. To call these broads fried would be an understatement. They are roasted, toasted, burnt to a crisp, utterly incinerated. To try and save a girl like this and bring her back to the surface would be to undergo a journey rivaled only by Dante himself to the very...
So, there you have it. That's crazy.
Fantasizing, okay? There's nothing wrong with role play. You know, fiction is fiction, right? You know, you're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right? These women are not actually going to bang a cow. Or at least I hope not. We all know there is a difference between fantasy and reality. Well, what happens when they try to bring fantasy into reality? Well, you get Sinners and Stardust.
She sucks, dude. Nah, dude, she's the best. She's got fucking 2.3 million followers, bro. 1.8 million views in 5 days. Dude, she's just a Quirk Chungus relatable YouTuber. Dude, so many cool guys watch Shoe on Head. Dude, she literally holds a white monster in her hand. Why would she do that to our boy Gerby? It's brutal out here in the trenches. There is no love in warfare.
What in the eyes wide shut is going on here? Sinners and Stardust was
A fully loaded white monster, mind you. Shit hasn't even been fucking sipped.
Supposed to be a dark romance ball for Romantasy authors and fans alike. So what's the big deal? Seems like a fun, sexy time, right?
They have to be all Indians. They have to be all Indians.
Maybe.
Because if they weren't, they would be watching someone good like Philion on kick.com/Philion. I mean, that's the only logical. This is why. See, I'm gonna get mad. I'm at like a 4. I'm gonna bring it to like an 8 or a 9. All these fucking freakazoids watch the most aura vacuum people ever. They can't even bench 225. I was doing that shit in my teens. Oh my god. Full head of hair. No Norwood in sight. I saw the Norwood Reaper. I fucking choked him out and killed him. But no. Maybe I'm too handsome. Maybe I'm too successful. Maybe I'm too fucking jacked and smart and witty. And they look at me and they're like, oh my god. I can't stand him because he represents everything I could be, but I won't because I'm a pussy. Many such cases.
For a woman. If you're a man, the night may have gone a little differently for you. Alright, y'all, it appears I have to make a post that I'm frankly pretty goddamn upset.
I'm living my life over here. My grass is too green. My steak is too buttery. I'm a Chad.
This post is for the readers who don't understand consent and boundaries only. A lot of you may know my good friend Animus. He's attended a signing of mine in the past and obviously is a musical.
Yo, this is the same video! This is the same video as Gerby! Is this not? Bar for bar, they stole my whole flow.
Very deepest infernal regions.
Same thing. So this is what I'm thinking now. Either she stole this video from him, maybe he stole this from Papa Meat. Let's see here. We got to get to the bottom of this right here. Hey, Luke! No, there's no way, because this was 9 months ago. Morning Glory Milk Farm. I think she stole his whole flow.
Just dick. So he goes.
Artist. This past weekend, he attended Sinners and Stardust and probably had one of the most
More like plagiarism on head.
Breaking experiences. So listen, he's a man, right? But do we think that means it's okay to put your hands all over him without consent? Or to put your hands in his waistband or down his pants or touch his dick?
The instant he walked in there, he's getting grondled, fondled. Do we think it's okay to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to the point that he literally cannot tell you how many hands are on him and whose are whose? So he walks in there, he's getting swarmed by these chicks like banshees.
Hello? Do we think it's okay to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to
Yo!
point that he literally cannot tell how many hands are on him and whose are whose? Do we think it's okay to send him into an...
My only other thing here is if, like, they source this from an article talking about the female gooning epidemic. Dude, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out, bro. Oh my god. You know what makes this worse, chat? I'm gonna alt. Philion reacts to the female gooning epidemic, okay? Philion clips. Did you know that there's a fucking VTuber who sounds like this?
What should we watch? We have this guy that makes informational videos about random things. Like...
I'm retiring. I'm fucking retiring. I can't do this anymore. Okay? 3.12 million subs.
Tom, I got 3 concussions.
What, you got 3 concussions?
Oh, she stole my whole fucking flow, dude. Oh my god. I'm retiring. I'm packing it up. I can't do this anymore. And people wonder why I don't make videos anymore.
Actual panic attack because of this. Furthermore, do we think it's okay...
Do you see what they did to this platform? YouTube is dead, and we fucking killed it. VTubers, streamers, just putting slop and sludge as a video distribution platform. Clip this, clip that.
to interrogate him and insist he detail how he'd kidnap a woman, despite him repeatedly saying he wouldn't do that and, you know, that shit is fiction, and then attempt
I
to
need something real. I need something true.
follow him when he tries to get away. And if that wasn't enough, during the time of this mob, him and another author received notification that an air tag was tracking him, which showed on his person all the way to his hotel room. They molested this guy until he passed out from anxiety, and then they put a f***ing tracker on him in order to stalk him back to his hotel. This poor guy dressed like a character in one of the Romantasy books at this Romantasy convention full of women. That is like throwing roast beef into a pit of wolves. Or in this case, throwing a wolf into a pit of roast beef.
Get it? Because women roast beef, pussy.
I remember years ago, there was this thing called cosplay is not consent. Basically, it was a campaign to bring attention to the fact that people at conventions would often come up
Ooh, me likey, me wanna touch.
to women dressed in
Kill me! Fucking kill me now!
sexy costumes and just grope and grab them without their consent. Yeah, apparently we have to bring that back because these women did not get the memo. I've been a furry for over a decade and attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes weird shit happens, but
Dude, I saw a furry the other day. I was walking around IRL. I was at a carnival. I was at like a fair, you know, where you get rides and fucking cotton candy, popcorn, Zeppelis, fried Oreos, funnel cake, Ferris wheel, merry-go-round, bumper cars, the whole nine. I see a fucking Volpira fox-looking ass idiot clown. Bro, I'm gonna... My head's gonna explode one day. I'm just gonna be walking, and then pop! Like, I just can't take it anymore. I saw the tail. I saw everything.
honestly, I can't believe the dark romance crowd is out here acting like this. Like, me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get your shit together, y'all. When the furries are calling you out for being freaks, you need to reflect. Something has gone horribly wrong. Not only were the men at this book talk-
If I see a furry IRL, I'm hunting them like Teddy Roosevelt in Africa. Do you guys know this? Fun little factoid for you. The term teddy bear comes from Teddy Roosevelt not shooting a bear on one of his hunts. They were tracking a bear and his safari team set it up for him to kill, and he said it's unsportsmanlike, and then he fucking mogged and a funk edit played in the background, and then Teddy Bear was born.
convention
That's a true story. You can Google it, or you can just take my word for it.
But women were also assaulted by women. Multiple women, including a performer, reported being assaulted there as well. Even an author there said she was groped and dragged away from her friends and said no matter how many times she said no, quote, my words did nothing. May I remind you, this is a book convention.
One time I went crowd surfing at a metal concert when I was like 16, because the girl I was with was like, do it, it'll be so fun. So I go up there, right? I get fucking crowd surfed. My dick has never been grabbed by more strangers in my entire life. Guys, girls, the fats, everyone in between. Just grabbing for a handful, a fist of meat.
Okay, for books. Literal BDSM clubs are more respectful than this. There needs to be more studies on how this stuff affects women's brains, because clearly some are unable to tell the difference between fantasy and-
It was fun. I had a great time.
reality. Ivy Lipton, a doctoral candidate in human sexuality, actually wrote about this for EV Magazine. I don't know what a doctoral candidate in human sexuality is, but she's hot, so I trust her. Your brain on orgasm.
Top 10 things that didn't happen. Oh, it happened. Motionless in White. Beacon Theater. No, Terminal 5, New York City. 2014.
Orgasms isn't neutral. Dopamine release during climax is a powerful conditioning
Yeah, I meant 2 fistfuls. Handfuls.
agent. What you repeatedly fantasize about becomes necessary for arousal. If your erotic imagination centers around abuse, monstrous violence, and submission to non-human entities, your brain is reprogramming itself to crave just that. It's not empowerment, it's neuroplasticity at its darkest. Scientists, psychologists, and the general public often state that men are visual and women are emotional. When it comes to sex, men can be turned on instantly by a sexual image despite their mood, and women need to be turned on emotionally to get in the mood. So it stands to reason that porn for men is visual and porn for women is in the mind. I'm not equating porn to smut novels, because one is a video of 2 people actually having real sex, and the other is, well, just words on paper.
Doesn't matter. It's still just as bad.
I am, however, talking about the effect
She's running defense for the male Gooners.
on the consumer. We know watching porn is bad for the brain.
It's a fucking mind weapon, chat. Stop watching it! It has its grips on you!
That's been proven and only rejected by Gooners who don't want
Nothing turns me on more like envisioning jerking off a cow. It's all degeneracy, end of.
to give it up. but is reading smut bad? You might say, duh, that's the whole point. Okay, fair enough.
Just imagine if the roles were flipped, though. Picture like a female tauren or minotaur and a twink man getting dominated by that animal. Something tells me that it wouldn't go over the same. Where are they farming the milky Latinas? South of the border. They're everywhere.
So let me rephrase. Is reading smut harmful? Should we shame people for things that are wrong, immoral, or harmful? In my line of work, I've been told many times that shame has no place in sex. But if I use my brain for 2 seconds, it's clear that line of thinking is nonsense. Incest should be shamed, bestiality should be shamed, pedophilia should be shamed. I'm not equating monster smut with these things, but there are 50 shades of gray, so to speak, along the spectrum of harmful. Conditioning your brain and body to associate pleasure with monsters, slavery, or sexual violence is not healthy. Basically, they're cooked. Like, women are cooked.
That's a Gerby line!
They are frying their brains with this stuff.
I can't. I fucking can't.
It's a pipeline, right? It's like the infamous evil alt-right pipeline. You know, you start watching Shoe on Head, owning the feminists in 2015, and then in 2025, you're hailing Hitler, right? You know, the alt-right pipeline. And this one's like, you're reading Morning Glory Milking Farm, and the next thing you know, you're Mrs. Hands, right?
That's why Shoe has to copy Gerbert.
Just say no. Just say no to
more like poop on head. More like doo-doo.
Monster porn. But why is monster smut so popular with women in particular? Like, you rarely see the opposite, and when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like a 10-foot-tall dommy-mommy vampire with giant titties. Meanwhile, women are like, I want to f the pollution monster from Fern Gully. So people on Reddit asked this very question. Let's see the responses. Why do you guys like monster romances? Asking for a friend. Several reasons. 1, human men
are quite often terrible. Romance books with a human men are already partly fantasy, but monsters just takes that fantasy a bit further.
Are quite often terrible. Romance books with human men are already partly fantasy, but monsters just takes the fantasy bit further. 2, it's sort of human nature to imagine relationships with paranormal beings and creatures. We've been doing it in literature and art for centuries. It's just gotten a lot more graphic now.
You know what? Fuck it. I want to bend over a night elf. I want to spend a night in the tavern with a dwarven barmaid with huge naturals. I want to fucking gnome.
Well. 3, unique body forms / parts and so
I said it. I'm coming clean.
many different kinds of dicks. Scary, mean, terrifying creature is sweet to her, kind, takes care of her, protects her, works hard to be gentle, etc. Maximal escapism, minimal association to real-life assholes, the patriarchy, misogyny, and oppression of women, etc, etc. Because the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men. As a fat woman of color, modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic. And
like, there has to be a federal agent writing this shit. There's no way that these people are fucking real.
Romance in real life is not always attainable for fat women / women of color. In monster alien romance, though, my size doesn't matter, and it's easier to get into that headspace and enjoy it.
How did they even make this about the patriarchy?
I'm sick of the men on Earth and looking for some variety. Non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me, so they feel like a safe haven, if that makes sense. Plus the unusual dick. Monsters have big, fun-shaped cocks. I love some bizarre peen. Unique genitalia. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. A lot of women's smut, especially monster smut, is about submission, domination, forced breeding, non-consensual consent. The women are like conquered and taken and overpowered by these monsters. And I think many of these women are reading these books containing monsters and not men because masculinity and dominance in men has been completely
fun-shaped. You know who else who had a fun-shaped penis? Jeffrey Eggstein.
Demonized in modern society. But the truth is, many women still crave it. You see, the monsters in these stories have those like dominant masculine traits that women like so much, but they're not human men. They have all these traits women desire without the problematic.
So was Andrew Tate right this whole time?
Baggage human men bring, without being the men they hate or have been told.
Always has been.
to hate. It is the perfect guilt-free slop. But they don't just want a wild, dominant...
I see that a lot of VTubers and female creators react to Shu, so maybe she just gave it a new coat of paint aimed for that audience. You mean like stole Gerby's video? His whole flow, bar for bar, verse for verse? Soulja Boy style?
Man. They want to tame a wild, dominant man. Similar to when a man...
I literally said that. I told you, the domestication of man, the longhouse, Bronze Age pervert, Philion speaks of this.
Man sees an art hoe with a nose ring, you can save her from her daddy issues. You can do it. It definitely won't backfire and ruin your life. Go for it. Go talk to her. With many women, there's this desire for, like, danger and aggression, but also the desire to tame that danger and aggression. The desire to be that special woman who can melt his heart. You see, my dragon boyfriend could rip me to shreds and kill me instantly, but he won't because he's nice and he loves me. But honestly, at the end of the day, just like the video I made about
so true,
the anime girl in a wheelchair where men were saying, this is the
I want a bitch that lays dragon eggs.
average male fantasy, and a bunch of women were like, you want to rape a disabled girl? When in reality, it was just a distilled manifestation of the average male fantasy, which is to protect and provide for a sweet woman and save her. This is like basically the flip of that, right? This is just the distilled manifestation.
You know what? I'm gonna read it.
Of the female fantasy. Men are seeing this and they're saying, what do you mean you want to milk a minotaur? When in reality, it's just to have a big, strong protector and provider swoop you up and save you. And like I said in that video, they're basically both the same.
Nah, she really knows how to get the incels on her schmeat. That's what I've been saying, bro. She toes the line, caters to them perfectly.
In fantasy. This is a tale as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in
With femoids like this and Islam on the rise, the West is dead.
shining armor, whether the dragon be a wheelchair or student loans, you know? But in this case, the woman is being f***ed by the dragon and the knight sits in the corner and watches or something, I don't know. Maybe it's not that—
It's the subversion of everything good and true. The archetypical fantasy. Think about it. Back in the day, a knight would save the princess from the evil monster, but now, via Stockholm Syndrome and a whole host of daddy issues, she wants to fuck the villain. Oh, the horror. The knight better just throw himself off a fucking cliff, nosedive into a volcano, fuck it, go get himself drunk at the local bar.
Deep. There are some hungers better starved than fed. And maybe as women for the
This is all mostly cope. It's all about the 2-foot-long cocks.
sake of society, we have to starve our hunger for minotaur p***ness. Yeah, that's the moral of it.
Every woman wants a barbarian till they're living in a shithole, then they want the paladin to save them. Yeah, full bissed out purple gear, dropping rare loot.
This video. So what do you guys think? What is your theory? Why is the monster romance genre so popular with women in—
Dude, if you were an undersexed weirdo, you'd probably be like, it's so ironic, Chungus, she's wearing the cow outfit. And then, you know what?
particular. And who is your weirdest? Hear me out. Be honest. I don't want to hear no Lola Bunny, okay? You all know mine already. It's not that he's a fish, okay? He has an energy, okay? He has a vibe. You know what? Never mind. And I will see you guys again really soon with a new—
Who am I clapping? Who am I taking down? Who am I airing out? Who am I delivering back shots to? Sheesh. Any recommendations? The Kung Fu Panda snake? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm showing this one my snake. 100 P. The dragon from Shrek. I mean, Donkey was onto something there. The green M&M. Dexter's mom. Oh, mythical pull. Yeah. Holy buckets. Sheesh. Thick for no reason, bro. Oh, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Shigo. Oh. Do not Google Lola Bunny.